Welcome again to Joyce on Boxing. The question now that Tyson Fury has ducked USYK is, what is next for Fury? That's the question anyway I'm going to ask, because this is the video I'm going to make. It's not the only question. There are plenty of other questions, but let's concentrate on the Gypsy King, shall we? Mr. Quack Quack. Right. From what we've heard, it's going to work like this. USYK will go training for Daniel Dubois, who is the WBA regular champion, whatever the hell that is. We don't need a regular champion because USYK is the fully fledged champion, the full fat milk champion, the high tar champion, whatever you want to call it. But he's going to go off and he's going to fight Daniel Dubois, who is promoted by, guess who? Oh yes, Mr. Frank Warren. Yes, he was so desperate for the USYK Fury fight to happen, wasn't he, old Frank? But it didn't happen, and now look, now he's got to put up with one of his fighters fighting USYK. Oh. Anyway, what about the Gypsy King? Sorry, he's going to fight. Apparently, it's been mentioned he's going to fight Joe Joyce. Strokey beard time. Who is Joe Joyce promoted by? Frank Warren, Mr. Shoulder Roll himself, Mr. Do Me a Favour himself. But this is a curious one, because Joe Joyce is currently the WBO interim champ. Why we need an interim champ for the WBO, I don't know. USYK is the champ, but you know the way these things work. It's all trinkets for everyone. It's like, you know, an old Oprah episode. You get a ruling body belt. You get a ruling body belt. We all get ruling body belts. Yeah, all right. And Joyce is the WBO interim ruling body belt. Yeah, I suppose it means more sanctioning fees, doesn't it? But here's what I don't get. That's the WBO. And they're talking about putting him in with Tyson Fury. Well, Tyson Fury is the WBC champion, or paper champion if you prefer. And if you look at let me read out the WBC heavyweight current rankings. Number one, we have, drum roll please, you ever heard of him? Deontay Wilder. Anyone fancy Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 4? Not really. Number two is Andy Ruiz. Okay, he's beaten Joshua. Little fat blob of a man, but obviously can fight a bit. Quick hands and all that. Probably made for Fury's style. So would it sell? Probably not. Frank Sanchez at number three. Low risk, well, high risk, low reward, I should say. Number four, Arslanbek Makhmadayov. Who's heard of him? No, Fury won't go for that one. Number five, Anthony Joshua. We won't even go there. Six, Dillian White. He's beaten him. Blimey, someone in the top 10. Fury has actually beaten the greatest heavyweight of his era. Has actually beaten a person in the top 10. Not bad, huh? Then we've got Zan Kosobuitsky. I think I've pronounced it right. Probably not, but he's at number 8. I don't know anything about this guy. Absolutely nothing. Number 9, Otto Wallin, who Fury's beaten. So that's 2 people in the top 10 he's beaten. Number 10, best bud and president of the Tyson Fury fan club is Mr. Joseph Parker. Why no Joe Joyce? In fact, if you look at Joyce, he's not in the WBC, he's not in the WBA, and he's not in the IBF's rankings. Why? Because he has this completely meaningless WBO interim title, so they don't rank him in other titles. Now look, Joyce going in with Fury, I don't think it's a bad fight, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I've no real objection to it. I want USYK Fury. That was the only fight I was prepared to accept. But it's not going to happen because Fury's ducked him. So what's the next best thing? Joyce and Fury. Good fight. Good fight. I can't deny it. You know, I'm not going to deny it. Wouldn't want to deny it. It's a good fight. But if you're the champion of a ruling body, presumably, I mean, I know he fought White last year as his mandatory, but what was that, April? I mean, we're almost in April now, so that's got to be considered, you know, like surely another mandatory is coming up soon, isn't it? I assume if he fights Joyce and beats him, he would fight his mandatory contender, which would be Deontay Wilder. Okay? Or at least as things stand, unless Wilder was to lose his next fight, of course. But you see, I don't know, I don't even know whether Fury wants to be a fighter anymore. I really don't. There's talk of him fighting, what's it, Francis Ngannou, or this MMA guy. I'm a casual MMA, the biggest casual MMA fan. I mean, I'll watch it if it's on, but I don't know any of these guys. I don't know their history. The only sport I really follow religiously is boxing, even in combat sports. So perhaps he'll go for that. Perhaps he'll throw the belt in the bin, like Riddick Bowe did. Perhaps he genuinely believes he's above and beyond anyone, anything, any rule. In which case, sod off. Just throw the belt in the bin and let two guys who want to fight for it, and then maybe they can have the unification with Usyk. But as things stand, Joyce versus Fury is a curious fight in terms of the WBC and the ruling body rankings. No surprise with Dubois and Usyk, because Dubois got their secondary belt. But the only person who seems to be coming out of this smelling of roses is good old Frank. And Warren, of course, whatever you think of him and morally, I think he's repugnant. And as a person, I wouldn't want to hang with him. I wouldn't want to know him. Wouldn't want to speak to him. Wouldn't want to interview him. Wouldn't want him to live next door to me. He doesn't seem like he isn't a very honest person in my view. And I'm basing that on his actions. He seems to me to be a stinking hypocrite. And I don't like stinking hypocrites. So he's the only one who's making anything out of this, because he's got Dubois, he's got Joyce, and he's no doubt hoping some of those belts of Usyk can be won by Dubois. Well, all of them would be won by Dubois if Dubois was to fight for all three and he was to beat Usyk. I don't think he would, but if he did, and then of course you watch an in-house fight being made, double quick time with Fury and Dubois. But until then, it's all a disappointment, isn't it? And under normal circumstances, like I say, Joyce and Fury, I'd go for that. I think that was a good fight. But bearing in mind recent events, I'm still disappointed. But what do you think? Leave your comments below as always, and let me know what you think. And yeah, thanks for your time as always. Like the video if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button. Go on, it makes sense. You're helping us out. Pretty please. Speak soon. Bye for now.